let's go ahead and take a seat. And you can sit on a pillow, especially if your hips or hip flexors are tight. Feel free to sit on a pillow or multiple pillows or another rolled up mat. Just sitting that up nice and tall. And let's go ahead and begin by rolling our shoulders back. Good, and then go ahead and roll that forward. And roll that back. And roll that forward. And then again, go ahead and roll that back. And roll that forward. Let's sit up tall. Again, think about your spine, think about the tailbone pointed down, crown of the head lifting up. And you can rock it a little bit from side to side or rock it front to back just to continue with the grounding, continuing with like planting yourself, quieting everything, slowing everything down. Maybe we'll do some torso circles here. So let's go ahead and circle this. Nice torso circles. Just bring it to the front. Good, and then torso circle the other way. And go ahead and bring that back to center. Roll the shoulders back again. And go ahead and roll them forward again. And then sit that up tall. And let's drop our chin down towards the chest. So go ahead and drop chin to chest. Try and keep our shoulders away from our ears. And then lift that head up center and take our eyes to the ceiling. Our eyes to sky. And drop that chin down to chest. And eyes to sky. And chin down to chest. And eyes to sky. Good, bring that head to neutral. Let's look over to the right. Think about chin going over that shoulder or towards the shoulder, but not bringing the shoulder to the chin. So keep the shoulder back. And then looking to the left. Same thing, keeping that shoulder back, chin going over towards the shoulder. The head to center. Let's look over to the right again. And then over to the left. Head back to neutral, drop that right ear towards the right shoulder. And head center, left ear to left shoulder. And head center, drop that chin to chest. And half neck circles here. So let's take ear to shoulder, chin to chest, and ear to shoulder. Taking that from side to side. And really trying to keep our shoulders down and away. So trying not to let them creep up and trying to keep that spine up tall. So that means if your back is super tight or your hips are super tight and you're having trouble, you can always sit up against the wall a little bit too. It's one of the good things about doing this at home is you can use whatever you have around you for support. Good, go ahead and drop that chin back to chest. Lift that head up to center, roll our shoulders back and roll that forward. And let's go ahead and add in some sun breath. So let's go ahead and inhale and sweep our arms up. So sweep this up and then exhale and press this down. And inhale and sweep this up. And exhale and press this down. And inhale and sweep it up. And exhale and press it down. And inhale and sweep this up. Let's drop our left hand to our right thigh. Take our right hand, and you can just take that right hand kind of behind you or beside you and twist. First little spinal twist. And breathe. Good, and bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep this up. And exhale and press this down. And inhale and sweep it up. And exhale and press it down. And inhale and sweep this up. As we exhale, let's drop our right hand to our left thigh and then left hand just beside you or a little bit behind you. And spine and breathe. And bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Let's go ahead and drop that right hand down, reach over with the left. Let's go ahead and keep our left glute, left hip onto the floor and breathe in. Let's take that left hand, go ahead and windmill that to the floor. Right hand again to that thigh, a little bit of a twist. And bring it to center. Inhale and sweep our arms up. As we exhale, let's drop that left hand. Reach this over. Let's keep our right glute, right hip onto the floor or the pillow. And breathe. Good, and then go ahead and windmill that arm and take that hand to the thigh and twist and breathe. And bring that back to center. Inhale and sweep our arms up. And exhale and release. Good. And then inhale and sweep this up. As we exhale, let's go ahead and clasp our hands behind us, opening up that chest. If you have a problem with the clasping of the hands, you can grab wrists, or you can grab a towel, or with your strap close, you can also hold your strap behind you. Opening that up. Go ahead and drop that chin down to chest. Sometimes that chest and shoulders are very tight, just like the hip flexors, super tight, and so they close your chest off. So if you can't reach your wrists or your hands, then yes, feel free to use a towel or a strap, so that you can have that shoulder opener. Lift that head up. Let's look over to one side, right, and look to the left. Bring that back to center. Bend at our elbows. Let's take our hands over to the waist and squeeze that elbow back. And if you can't get your hands to touch, then you can just right there. And then go ahead and switch sides. So if you can't get your hands to touch, you can just take your hand to your hip and try and have that other arm behind you. So that just with that arm behind you is automatically opening up that shoulder. And then go ahead and release that, shake that out. Inhale and sweep our arms up. And exhale and press this out. And inhale and sweep this up. And exhale and press this out. And inhale and sweep this up. And let's clasp our hands behind us, or grabbing your strap or towel and open that up again. Drop that chin to chest. With that head center, let's look to the left. And then look to the right. And head to neutral. Then at the elbows, take the hands over to left waist. Then over back. And then switch stand, squeeze that over back. Good. And then go ahead and release that, shake that out. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Let's clasp our hands at the top. You can exhale as those hands are clasped. And then let's go ahead and press those palms towards the ceiling. Lengthen up through that torso. So you might want to take that from side to side. Think about making space between each of those ribs. So space for your lungs. Let's inhale deeply here. And exhale, sigh it out. Again, inhale deeply here. And exhale, sigh it out. One more time, inhale deeply here. And exhale, sigh it out. Good, bring our arms out in front of us. Stop hands, rotate wrists. Rotate the other way. Good, point those fingers down and up and down and up. And down and up. Good. Out to the side so you can see them out of your peripheral vision. Open that up. Nice little bicep curl here. And then open that and take those palms down. Good. Roll the shoulders back and roll that forward. Let's inhale and sweep those arms up. Let's go ahead and drop that left hand to that right thigh again. And this time we're going to take our right thumb, follow our spine down to the floor. And a deep twist this time. So deeper twist. And breathe. And bring that back to center. Inhale and sweep the arms up. Same thing, other side. Drop that right hand. Left thumb is going to follow the spine down to the floor right behind you. And a deeper twist here. So deep spinal twist here. And breathe. Not forgetting to breathe in this deep twist. That helps to open up that spine. Open up the rib cage all the way up and down. And then release that. Good. If you're sitting on anything, you can go ahead and move that up underneath, move it off to the side. And let's go ahead and lean this back. We'll take our feet wide. Kind of as wide as those hips, or if you want to take them wider, however that feels good for you. And we're just going to drop our knees from side to side right here. So windshield wipers. And you can pick those feet up, or you can have the feet planted. Up to you. Whatever feels best for your hip joints. Good. Let's go ahead and keep that right leg out. We'll zigzag this here. Sit this up tall and lean over to the left. Good twist here. Good spinal twist. And then sit it up tall, center again. And now big twist to the right. So with this big twist, that hip, glute, hip flexor can lift up off of the ground. And you get that wonderful, wonderful low spine stretch. So tailbone, all the way up. And if you can, maybe taking your eyes to look over your shoulder. And then bring this back to center. And we'll twist quick for 4. So let's take this for 4 and center. It's 3 and center. It's 2 and center. And last 1 and center. Good. Now we're going to go ahead and square our hips right over our right thigh. So we're going to square that forward and take our hands on either side of that knee. And just right here, this is a baby pigeon. Just a wonderful stretch. If you want to go deeper in this, if your hip feels better going deeper, you can walk those hands out, or you can take yourself to your elbows. But breathing, not breathing too quick. Good, and then let's go ahead and bring this back up and lean this back and drop our knees from side to side. Good. And then let's go ahead and take that left leg in front. Set this up tall, twist it to the right, just get that nice little twist. And then back to center, up tall, and big twist to the left. Hip flexor, inner thigh, hip. Flips it up off of the ground. And nice twist. Taking those eyes, looking over that shoulder, and breathe. And bring that back to center, and let's go quick for 4. This for 4 and center. It's 3 and center. It's 2 and center. And last 1 and center. And then let's go ahead and square our hips right over that, square our hips right over that thigh, left thigh. And hands on either side of that knee. And if you want to go further, you can walk those hands out, or you can take it down to elbows. And breathing. And then let's go ahead and release that and lean this back and drop those side to side again. Right. Side. Side, 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 side. Very good. Let's take our legs out straight, flex through our feet, and let's find our staff pose. So legs are nice and straight, feet are flexed. Let's lengthen up through our arms. 3 breaths here in this strong staff pose. Inhale deeply and exhale it out. Again, inhale deep and exhale it out. And one more time, inhale deep and exhale it out. Good, release our arms down and let's bring that right leg in. Bring that leg in, give it a nice big hug, flexing through that left foot. So keeping that left foot active, let's take our right over left. Wrap that left arm around, right hand follows that spine down and twisting. And breathe. Keeping that foot flexed, left foot active. And then twisting this towards the inside. So twisting to the left and breathe. And go ahead and bring this back to center. Let's take the bottom of that foot to the inner thigh. Set this up tall. Peace fingers are going to reach either for that big toe or hand for that shin. And let's go ahead and take that over. And you can reach your arm over, or you can have your hand at the lowest rib. But instead of closing it off, we're trying to open that torso up. And then go ahead and release that. Let's find staff pose again. Flex through our feet and lengthen up through those arms. So finding that nice strong staff pose. And if you're like, why is this pose so hard? It is a very hard pose. It's one of the hardest poses because you are having to engage your core. Nothing is holding your core here except for your core. So there's nothing else stabilizing you. You are having to use your core. That's why it's hard, because you're having to hold your arms up. As soon as you put your arms down, you don't have to, your glutes stabilize, your arms have stabilized. But once you lift this up, it's just 100% core here. So flexing through those feet, let's inhale deeply here. And exhale it out. Again, inhale it here. And exhale it out. And inhale it here. And exhale it out. Good, let's release those arms down. And then go ahead and bring that left leg in. So bring that in, give that a nice big hug. Keep our right foot engaged, flexed, active. Let's take that left over right. Wrap our arm around and twist it to the left. And breathe. Right foot active. And then go ahead and twist this towards the inside. So to the right. And then bring this back to center. Let's take the bottom of that foot to the inside of the thigh. These fingers either for the big toe or hand for the shin. And let's stretch it on this other side. Try to twist that torso open. And I'm going to bring this back to center. Let's lean this back and find a boat pose here. So heels are pressed into the floor, shoulders down and back, lengthen through our arms. And let's just find this nice boat pose. Breathe it here, inhale deeply. And exhale it out. Again, nice deep inhale. And exhale. And one more time, inhale it here. And exhale it out. Very good. Simple cross leg. Sit this up and hinge this forward. That's good. Extra stretch. Grab one of your blocks and let's go ahead and take it down just for a little bit of bridge work, a little bit of continuing to warm up that back, that spine. So we've got that block in between our knees. Feet are lined up with our knees are lined up with our hips. That's why I like using this block, because it's an automatic aligner. It lines everything up and it's an automatic inner thigh squeezer because you have to hold it. And so your inner thighs are automatically engaged. Let's go ahead and press through our hands, elbows, and triceps. Lift our pelvis up towards the ceiling. Go ahead and lift this up. And then go ahead and lower that down. We'll do 8 of these lifting and lowering. So go ahead and lift this up, inhale, and then exhale, lower this down. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Inhale, lift this up, and exhale, lower. Inhale, lifting this up, and exhale, lower. Let's go 2 more times. Inhale and lift this up, and exhale, lower it down. And inhale, lift this up, And exhale, lower this down. Good. Inhale, lift this up and fold. Good, and let's go ahead and slowly lower this all the way down to the floor. And then, good. Pressing the pelvis into the floor. We're still holding on to that block. Let's go ahead and lift our knees up, still holding on to that block. Take our hands, just fingertips are right behind your head, just barely touching. We're going to crunch here and then lower this down, and those toes can touch or the feet can touch all the way to the floor. We're going to do 8 of these crunches. So let's crunch this in for 7 and then lower this down. Here's 6 and then lower this down. Here's 5 and lower this down. Here's 4 and lower it down. It's 3 and lower that down. It's 2 and lower that down. And last one. And lowering that down. Very good. Go ahead and release that block. Let's take our right ankle to our left thigh. Go ahead and press that inner thigh away. So pressing with that right hand against that right inner thigh. Open up that hip. And then go ahead and release that. Let's take it to the other side. Left ankle to right thigh. Press that left inner thigh away. Good, and then release that, very nice. Drop both of your knees over to your side, take yourself onto your side. Let's press ourselves up, and we're gonna take ourselves onto all fours. So we've got our shoulders over our wrists, and we've got our hips over our knees. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of cat and cow. So let's drop that belly to the floor, eyes to the sky. And then go ahead and round that spine, exhale. Drop that belly, inhale. And round that spine, exhale. Drop that belly, inhale. And round that spine, exhale. And drop that belly, inhale. And round that spine, exhale. Good, nice flat back. Flat back. And let's go ahead and take our right leg out. So lengthen up through that right leg. Open this here, and then let's go ahead and lengthen through that left arm, if that's available to you. You can always have that arm down. But let's go ahead and take elbow to knee 6 times, or if you've got that arm down, you're going to bring your knee in and out. Otherwise, we're going to take that elbow to knee. So let's take this for 6 and reach. It's 5 and reach. 4 and reach. 3 and reach. It's 2 and reach. It's 1. Let's reach. Good. Release the arm. Release the leg back into a nice child's pose. So glutes go back towards those heels, lengthening through our arms. And breathe. Good. Looking up at our fingers. Let's walk both of our hands over to the right. Let's take that left hand right on top of that right hand. And that left glute is going to try and get to that left heel. So stretching all the way up to the left side of the foot. And then go ahead and do that the other way. Walk hands over to the left. Right hand's going to go on top of that left hand. And now right glute is going to go to that right heel. Good, and then bring this back to center. Back up onto all fours, cat and cow here again. Drop that belly, inhale. And round that spine, exhale. Drop that belly, inhale. And rounding, exhale. Drop that belly, inhale. And round that exhale. Good, bring it back flat. Let's lift our left leg up, flex through that foot. Reach through our right arm, or if that's not available to you, keep that right hand down. And let's take elbow to knee 6 times, or just knee in 6 times. So let's bring this 6 and reach, 5 and reach, 4 and reach, 3 and reach. It's 2 and reach, and last one. Let's reach and good. Release the arm, release the leg. Child's pose, take that back. Roots go back towards the heels. Lengthen through those arms. And let's go and bring ourselves up onto all fours. You can take your blocks, place them where you want, then 4 sun salutations. And we're going to go into our first downward facing dog. So we've got our toes curled under, shoulders over our wrists. Let's go ahead and lift our tails to the sky, but we're going to keep our knees bent. So let's go ahead and lift this up. Our first downward facing dog. Oh yeah, lengthen through that. Relax that head and neck in between the shoulders. Stretching through that spine. And begin to pedal our feet. So pedaling those heels down towards the floor. And drop those heels towards the floor. Relax that neck, relax your face. Enjoy this inversion, meaning that that head is lower than the heart. I can feel this in my teeth today. There must be something sinusy going on. That's funny. But lift up on those toes. Heels are high. Let's drop heels over towards one side. And then lift that back up and drop over to the other side. And then go ahead and lift that back up. Let's walk our feet to meet our hands, standing forward fold at the front edge of that mat. Now those blocks where you want them, but we're going to go to ragdoll first. So that means our arms are just going to dangle here first in this forward fold. Relaxing the head and neck, relaxing the arms. Feet are planted, toes are planted, heels are planted. Let's go ahead and take opposite elbow with the opposite hand. Or yeah, framing the head. Upper body is heavy. Pulling down towards the floor. Lower body is strong, rooted into the floor. So you're folded in half. And then go ahead and let's release our arms. Just let them dangle here for just a moment. Breath or two. And then go ahead and grab those blocks. Let's inhale, flatten through our spine. Look it forward, nice tabletop. And then exhale, release. Let's inhale, sweep our arms up. So take this up slow because that head's been low. Take that up nice and slow. And then let's cactus our arms back. So cactus with those arms. Inhale, lift this up. Exhale, dive this down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around to chair. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale, lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Moving on, exhale, release. Keep our right foot forward, take our left foot back into lunge. Left hand on the block or on the floor. Or if you need more space, you can have a chair next to you too, and you can be holding onto a chair and opening here. So again, it's whatever is working for you, use whatever you need. Hand is on floor, block, chair, wherever, and then let's go ahead and twist this open, spinal twist. And then bring this back to center. Let's go ahead and take our right foot back, take that left foot into top of plank. Good, shift our weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Take our heart down to the floor, lift our heart up off the floor. Nice baby cobra. Curl the toes under, lift and press, downward facing dog, and breathe it here. Go ahead and hold that there in this nice down dog. Very nice. Inhale deep and exhale. Let's center our weight and we're going to lift our right leg up. So lifting this up, and then if it's available to you, walking that right leg through. So bring that through back into that lunge. Grab both of those blocks. Our blocks, grabbing them. And then let's go ahead and bring ourselves up into a modified warrior 3. So a supported warrior 3, lifting that back leg. And then bring that foot forward, standing forward fold. Relax that head and neck right here. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around onto chair. Inhale, lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Left foot stays forward, right foot goes back into that lunge. Right hand on the block, on the floor, on the chair, wherever you need that. And let's twist open. And then go ahead and bring this down. Take that left foot back, take that right foot to top of plank. Shift our weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl the toes, take the heart down, lift that heart up. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog. Let's center our weight. Lift our left leg up and then bring that left leg through. Walk that through however you want to get that through right there. Let's grab both of our blocks. And then using our core, we're lifting that back leg up. Modified warrior 3. And then bring that foot forward. Nice standing forward fold. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale it around to chair. Inhale, lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Right foot stays forward, left foot goes back. Drop our left heel. Keep those blocks right there. And I've got blocks on either side of my foot. And we're going to go ahead and bring ourselves up into a nice warrior 1. So we've got our right leg forward, warrior 1. From this warrior 1, let's open this into proud warrior, warrior 2. Drop our back arm, take our palm up, peaceful warrior. Going to release that front leg. So both of our legs are straight now. Let's shift the hip weight over and tilt ourselves down into a triangle. I like to use the block here. You don't have to use a block. You can have your hand on your shin, or if you're super flexible, you can have your hand down on the floor. Just listening to your body. And let's go and bring ourselves back up and back into warrior two. So front knee is bent. Proud warrior, warrior two. And then let's go ahead and windmill our arms down to our right foot. Take our right foot back to meet our left foot into top of plank. Shift our weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Take the heart down, lift that heart up. Curl our toes under, lift that press. Downward facing dog. Good, let's walk our feet to meet our hands. Standing forward, fold, front edge of our mat. Using those blocks. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale, lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Left foot's going to stay forward, right foot's going to go back. Drop our right heel. And let's bring ourselves up into warrior one on the other side. So left leg is forward, warrior one. From here, let's open into proud warrior. Relax that face. Drop that back arm, palm up, peaceful warrior, reach. And release that front leg, both of our legs are straight. Tilt this over and down into a triangle. And then let's go and bring ourselves back up. Proud warrior. And windmill our arms down. Take our left foot back to our right foot to the top of the plank. Shift our weight forward, drop to fronts and knees, uncurl our toes. Take the heart down, lift that heart. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog and breathe. Maybe nodding that head or shaking that head. Again, enjoying this inversion. And let's walk our feet to meet our hands. Standing forward fold. Good, inhale and sweep our arms up nice and big. And then let's go ahead and release our arms to our sides. Good, we're going to take ourselves into an IT band stretch. So let's go ahead and take our right foot over our left. So crossing this over and flattening through our feet. So we want to imagine the arches of our feet trying to flatten into the floor. So we're trying on both feet. Big toe, little toe, heel, trying to flatten those arches. If you want to have a block close to you, feel free to do that for when we do a forward fold. So let's go ahead and sweep our arms up, inhale it here, lengthen up through that spine, and then let's hinge forward as we exhale, kind of flattening that back. You've got that tabletop, and then we're going to take this down, and you can have your hands on blocks, or you can have your hands down, or if they can touch the floor, then you can let them touch the floor. But just stretching through IT band. Flattening through both of those feet as much as you can. Rolling this up one vertebrae at a time. Roll our shoulders back. Let's go ahead. We've got our right leg in front. So let's take our left arm and reach over. You can take that right arm by your side. Very good. And then release that, and we can release that. We're gonna take our legs nice and wide. We've got that block here still in the center. Sweep our arms up, dive this down and over. A nice wide forward fold right here. Let's inhale, flatten through that spine. And then exhale, release. And then again, inhale, flatten through that spine. And then exhale, release. One more time, inhale, flatten through that back. And then exhale, release. Good, hands go right there to those hip flexors, and let's bring ourselves up. Walk those feet in. And now we're gonna do IT band on the other side. So let's take our left over our right. Flattening through those feet. So trying to flatten those feet as much as you can into the floor. Stand this up tall, lengthen up through our arms. Let's reach up through those fingers. Hinge this forward, nice flat back. And taking this down, forward fold. You can have hands on blocks, you can have arms dangling, fingers to the floor, wherever your flexibility is letting you go, and breathe. And I'm going to roll this up one vertebrae at a time. Roll our shoulders down and back, up tall. So we've got our left leg in front. Let's take our right arm and reach over. Have that left arm by your side. And then go ahead and release that. Good. Take those legs wide once again. Feet super wide. Let's inhale and sweep our arms up. Dive this down and over. Wide leg forward fold. Inhale, flatten through that spine. Exhale and release. 2 more times. Inhale, flatten through that back. Exhale and release. And 1 more time. Inhale, flatten through that spine. And exhale, release. Good. Hands right to hip crease. Bring ourselves up. Very good. And that off to the side. Bring ourselves to the short edge of our mat. Sweep our arms up. Dive this down and over. Take both feet back to top of plank. Let's drop to those knees back into a child's pose. And let's take our arms by our sides. Palms facing up. Nice turtle here. Let those elbows drop open. And breathe. And hands by those knees, press ourselves up. Let's take ourselves onto our backs. Grab whatever you need for final relaxation too. And we'll take ourselves onto our backs. Very good. And all the way down onto our backs. Let's go ahead. When we're on our back, grab behind our right thigh, pull that into the chest. Press up through our heel to the ceiling. Hands are still behind that thigh. And rotate that ankle. And then go ahead and rotate the other way. Let's take our right ankle, to our left thigh, just like we did at the beginning, and go ahead and press that inner thigh away. And then release that. You can release that right leg. Let's reach behind that left thigh, hold that in, give that a nice big hug. And then press up through that heel to the ceiling, and let's rotate that ankle. And rotate the other way. And let's take that ankle, place it onto thigh, and go ahead and press that inner thigh away. And then go ahead and release that. Good, you can release that leg. Let's drop both of our knees over to the right, take our arms into a T, and let's look to the left. Yeah. Such a good spinal twist here, and breathe. And bring this to center. Drop the knees over to the other side, arms in that T again, and looking to the right. And I'm going to bring this back to center. And we will move it into some final relaxation. So grab whatever you need for that. If you've got your eye pillow, regular pillow, let's go ahead and reach through our fingers towards one end of the room and lengthen through those feet towards the other end. If you've got the eye pillow, go ahead and put that over your eyes. Let the heaviness just be over your face. If you've got a regular pillow or blanket, use that however you want to use it. But we're lengthening here, lifting that low back up off the floor, lifting that rib cage up off the floor, reaching through our fingers, reaching through our toes, adding an inch or two to our height here. And let's inhale it deeply here. And with a deep exhale, sink and settle. Let those feet fall open, arms are open, and begin to quiet everything, slowing everything down. Relaxing that face. Release the jaw. Relax the eyes. Slowing things down, slowing that breath down. And as you are in these few moments of relaxation, maybe recognizing if there's any tension or tightness anywhere. If there is, think about maybe breathing to release that. Still relaxing. Let's bend our knees. Tuck that tailbone under. Drop both of your knees over to your most comfortable side. Take yourself onto your side. And a breath or two here. And then let's go ahead and slowly press ourselves up. Bring ourselves up into a seated pose. Feel strong and supportive for you. Sitting that up tall, lengthening up through the spine. Let's inhale and sweep our arms up. Bring our palms together. And as we exhale, eyes follow our fingers, take our chin to chest. Lift that head center, take fingers to forehead. As we leave today, let us think thoughts of truth. Take our fingers to our lips. As we leave today, let us speak words of love. Take our hands to heart. As we leave today, let our lives be a light of truth and a light of love, having hearts of compassion and mercy, knowing that we have not been given the spirit of fear, but the spirit of love and a sound and peaceful mind. Inhaling it deeply and cleansing exhale. And one more time, deep inhale. And big cleansing exhale.